Okay, so I am back live with my phone because apparently we cannot go live normally. So technically, I'm supposed to be live right now on the group, and I hope to see me. I don't think I can see me, but if this is live and oh, you can. Angie, hi. So I'm just waiting to see if Angie, can you tell me if you hear me, if you see me? I'm just trying to figure out if... Hi, yes, you can see me. So whenever Elvira pops up, we're gonna do this. And I kind of want to see if I can see myself over here to make sure that I hear and see. Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm just waiting for Elvira to pop over because we had a little bit of an issue with Zoom. We were supposed to do the Zoom streaming live, but for some reason it's not working. And I haven't done a live with someone for a long time. And you know, Facebook is always changing things. So I guess those are the new rules. But we always have a way. So I'm just gonna wait for Elvira to pop over here so then I can bring her on here and we can start the chat. Okay, hi Karen. Elvira should be here in a few minutes. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna ask you, how are you guys? What's going on? Elvira and I are going to be talking about how being raised in Italy with Italian families is not conducive to self-love, because Elvira is Italian. She was born in Italy from Italian parents, but then moved to Canada. And we were chatting when we got together, and we realized how the way we were raised was not really about, you know, find your own way, do what makes you happy. It was more about, you are a woman, so you're meant to be doing this, this, and that. And if you don't, shame on you. There is something wrong with you. So we want to talk a little bit about this, because this is about being Italian, but not only, because I know that this is a very common situation for a lot of us, and how all the limitations can affect us. So this is what we're going to be talking about, but I cannot see Elvira here. So let me see. I cannot see her, so just give me a few minutes. We are going to be able to make it. You know, the technological thing. This should be an interesting conversation. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're hoping for. To give you something to think about, something maybe you can relate about, you can relate to, and anything to, you know, help you get those limitations moving and out of your system. You know, we are Italian, and there is, oh, there she is. Okay. Hi Elvira, you're supposed to, I'm supposed to have, okay, I don't understand why this is happening. Okay, can you make more comments, Elvira, because everybody that is popping on, I have a thing that says bring them on camera. I don't have that thing for you, and I am not sure why. Can you, okay, let me see. I cannot see you. I cannot add you, love you too, but I would like to add you on the camera. But oh yes, yes, yes. All right, there you go. Okay, ladies, here we are. Elvira is about to pop on here. And let's see if we manage. Okay, she's being added, so we are almost ready. We made it!
It worked! It worked!
I'm so
Fantastic!
happy! Oh my
Ciao
God, thank you
bella,
so
come
much.
stai?
Ciao! Bene, bene, bene. Tu? Okay.
Benissimo, adesso
Okay.
benissimo, grazie. Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
ladies, as I was mentioning you, because we're both Italian, we're going to be talking about what it means to be raised in Italy and how it's not conducive to self-love, especially for women. And we're going to share a little bit about our personal experiences and anything that happened to us and that limited us some way somehow in our lives, but also how we managed to release those blockages. But before we get into it, you know me already, so I won't introduce myself much, but I want Elvira to tell us a little bit about herself, what she does, and who she helps, and anything that she feels like saying.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you so much, Mara. When I met you, it was just this instant connection. It
Yes,
was like I was meeting my sister from another mister, and us both being Italian and just, doing our own magic in our own different ways, but, obviously connected, right? Doing the inner work so that we can become authentically ourselves, so that we don't have to live in the dark places anymore, so that we get to live in the light and we help others do it as well. So my story is one, Mara, in a nutshell, and to all the viewers here, is one of having lived out of alignment, people pleasing my parents for not one, but two healthcare careers. But inside my heart and soul, I was an artist. I was a healer. I was a coach. And I had to go through 27 years, two rock star looking careers in healthcare, first in cancer research in a hospital lab, and then another career in big pharma sales. So these were my two careers that my parents, were very proud of me to be in there. But what happened is, a little girl, I saw a bunch of women on a stage singing and dancing, and I wanted to be one of them. And my father said, "You can't be one of them because those women sono puttane. They're sluts." And so I wasn't allowed to be me. And so little 11-year-old me said, "Oh my God, I'm not allowed to be me because I don't want to be a slut. I don't want to be a putana. So who do you need me to be, Daddy, so you will love me?" And that is when the people pleasing started. That is when living out of alignment started. That is when imposterhood started. That's when I chose not one, but two healthcare careers to make them proud of me. I had to live their expectations. And see, this is what happens for a lot of us women in the Italian culture, is we have to go along with what our parents wanted us to do.
yeah,
And not just women, men too. So
men too.
my father was an incredible artist. He could sing like Pavarotti, Mara, but his family said that good men are not on stages. Good men are good husbands and fathers and providers. His
Right,
sister, my zia Suntina, she was an opera singer. She sang in Italian opera houses. And when she got married, she was told, hang up your opera gown, put on an apron. You can never step foot on another opera stage ever again.
right,
So
right.
my Zia and my dad both died with their real music still in them. So I am an example of someone that had to live out of alignment, have a breakdown, mental health breakdown, depression, anxiety, panic disorder, and my lowest suicidal ideation. And I was gifted with a way out, because I said, give me a way out of this that's not drugs, that's not therapy, or give me a way of killing myself. So it was that dramatic. I literally at the end didn't want to live anymore, because I lived so out of alignment with 2 solid years of being bullied corporately. I attracted another bully socially. I lived like a crap magnet for 2 years with depression, anxiety, and panic. But it was exactly what was meant to happen, to show everyone, especially myself, that it's never too late to cross over to be your aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed self. Because when I did, Mara, I became a professional jazz singer at the age of 51. I now work on world-class jazz stages with award-winning artists. I've sung for Oprah Winfrey's man, Stedman Graham. If you Google his name and my name, you'll see me singing to him. So honestly, because I live in alignment with who I truly am, miracles find me every day. And that is the message that I have for everyone, is that it's never too late, that if it's in you for a reason and it needs to come out of you. And who do you need to become so that thing gets to come through you and serve the world? Because the world needs your magic. And you
Right.
become happier, you have better mental health, you have better relationships, you have better physical health, and you get to live your dreams. And the world gets to benefit from your magic. My daddy died with cancer, mental health struggles, a marriage in shambles. My Zia died with cancer, mental health struggles. I don't know exactly how she died, but it was pretty bad. It was a really painful death because they weren't fully self-expressed, because they weren't allowed to be themselves, because my nonni, my grandparents, said that good, serious people are not on stages. So that was their family mindset. I
Yeah.
had to get over that family mindset in order to become aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed. So I help people go from their shiny looking act one into their aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed act two. And it means that, the world thinks they're looking great on the outside, it's shiny looking, but on the inside they struggle with mental health, they struggle with physical health, their relationships might be on the rocks, they might be having an affair, the spouse might be having an affair. Like when I lived out of alignment, Mara, my marriage nearly ended 3 different times. Why? Because my ego needed outer validation, like I needed oxygen. I
Yeah.
didn't love myself because I wasn't taught how to love myself as an Italian girl. And so I
Yeah.
was taught to be a people pleaser to make them happy. And so what happened as a result? I needed outer validation. People could pick that up in me and they would give me the attention my husband wasn't giving me at home. That nearly killed my marriage 3 different times.
Yeah.
So that's the price you pay. Guess what? Today we just celebrated 33 years and
Oh,
it is heaven. Thank you.
congratulations.
And it's heaven on earth today because I've done my inner
You've
work,
done the work. Yes.
because I
Yes.
have become aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed. So I want this for the world. I want
Yeah.
everybody to do this inner work because I believe, Mara, that if we could do this inner work of getting aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed, like you and I are, it could be heaven on earth. And that's
I
what I'm here
agree.
to help
I
co-create.
agree.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. And
Yeah.
my cousin Juicy is here. She's also Italian.
Ciao,
And
Giusy, come stai?
Juicy, she lives in England.
Oh,
She's
cool. Okay.
my cousin's wife, and she's
Nice.
a rock star. And Juicy, if you have any questions, just send them
Yeah.
over here because we will be very happy to answer to
Yeah.
that. But you mentioned so many amazing topics, and I think that the whole of the thing is this idea that we need to please other people because otherwise we cannot be ourselves. We
Yeah.
cannot. I actually wrote a post today that I think is going out tomorrow about being the first one in the family to break cycles
Mm,
and to go
mm,
against the family in a lot of different ways, which
yeah.
means that you're going to be pushed all the times against something. Because I had
Yeah.
my parents that, as much as they loved me, but they never really supported my choices because they
Yeah.
were so much out of there, so much of not really what you're doing. This is not what
Yeah.
you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
This is not like I used to have issues with my parents because I always change job to better myself, to get a better salary, to increase my position. And for
Mhm,
them it was
mhm.
like, what are you doing? You live in a job that is safe and secure to go to somewhere that you don't know about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me that was crazy. I was like, oh, I'm going for more money.
Mhm.
Is that not what you want? Like, I'm going for a better place.
Yeah.
And there was always this thing like, you need to find a good job, keep it. You need to
Yeah.
find a good man, keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
married, settled, buy a house, and that's it.
Yeah.
And to me, that was just so suffocating. I felt so, I
Yeah.
felt like and that's why I left my everything. I left my job, I left my boyfriend, and I moved to London. I was like, leave me alone. I just don't want to do any
Yeah.
of those things.
Yeah.
But it's that how those limitations continue to catch up on you until you start to do something about it,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Oh
Right?
my God. You're so fierce. I just want to acknowledge your cousin. Niente
Yeah,
domande, ma ho molti spunti di riflessione. I love that. You're
yeah.
awesome, Juicy. I love you already. Non, e non hai sposato tua cugina.
and I
I
say to
love that.
her all the times that I think that's why she's a rock star, because
Oh my God.
is very much like testa dura.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, you know what? I have so much admiration for you, Mara, because you just
Thank you.
you didn't, yeah, you did your own thing. And I fell into 27 years of living out of alignment because it's only a joke, she says. It was 27 years of living out of alignment to people please my parents, but it's like the universe kept telling me, like, go out and be yourself, but I wasn't listening. So I struggled in all the different ways: mental health, physical health, my relationship health. But I had to hit a rock bottom, because if you're not listening, like, the universe first whispers, then it
Yes.
talks louder, then it screams, then it hits you over the head with a frying pan. For me, I had to be hit over the head in the frying pan before I left to live authentically, to live my truth, to live aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed. And honestly, today, I don't work a day in my life, because
Hmm.
everything I do is truly in my, I call it my JPG zone: joy, passion, and genius zone. Because when you live in that zone, amazing things find you. You don't go
That's
looking
right.
for them.
Yeah,
They find
yeah,
you. You become a
yeah,
miracle magnet,
yeah.
right? So I tell my story I kind of just told you very quickly there, is from crap magnet to miracle magnet, because it's totally possible and it's never too late. Like, if I could become a jazz singer at 51, anybody can do anything. And I see a lot of women coming into their own, even in their 70s and 80s. I've seen women pick up a paintbrush and leave husbands that weren't giving them joy, and doing their own thing. And it's never too late. Like, honestly, I am the
Yeah.
poster child for it's never too late. I'm going to be 60 this year. And I've only been doing this 9 years professionally, being a singer. And honestly, people tell me, Elvira, how can you be 60? And I'm like, well, thank you for the compliment. But here's what I believe: when we live in alignment,
I
we
agree.
can actually age backwards. When I was working in a hospital lab, when I was selling to hospital labs, I was 30. And so half my age that I'm going to be 60 in August. So half my age, honestly, Mara, I looked older than I do right now, because
I agree.
my cells were telling me, get the hell out and do something that aligns with your heart and soul. I was too busy trying to make money and look good to my family and look good to society. And so I looked older. So this is a key message too, is that do your inner work, get real on who you truly are, and do the things that light you up in your JPG zone. And that is how you get to really be timeless. Like, I see women in their 70s and 80s that are painting, and they've left these spouses behind that didn't make them happy, like even
Yeah.
after 40, 50-year marriages, and they don't even have a line on their face. Honestly, like, it's crazy what happens when you do the things that please you, that are in alignment with who
Yeah.
you are, when you're able to break free the family,
The
pressures.
sacrifice. There is this
Yeah,
culture in Italy of sacrifice, that you need to sacrifice yourself in order for you to get something that is stable, that makes you feel secure and all of that. So
yeah,
if you're working, you need to work hard to make money. You need to
yeah,
work hard to find someone that loves you. It's this sacrifice. If you find, like, even the situation where women can either have a career or have a family, it's a
yeah,
sacrifice. So you need to sacrifice one or the other in order to be successful in one, or you need to sacrifice yourself to a man, because
yeah.
otherwise, that's, you won't be able to create a family. And if you don't create a family, you're not a woman, you're a waste or something like that. And I think it's this idea of the sacrifice that has been ingrained within us, that you need to sacrifice yourself
Yeah,
in order to just
yeah,
live. let alone
Yeah.
to live happy. Live happy, it's kind of like one of the utopias, like it's something that people say, but it's never going to happen to you because of this sacrifice that keeps rolling around in our head, and we think everything has to be difficult,
Yeah.
everything has
Yeah.
to be an effort, and sometimes it's not even worth trying because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got a few connection problems.
it's too much
Juicy's
of
noticing
a
it too. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
of an
But
effort to do
I
it,
love
and
the
I
sound
think
of
that
Italy. Yeah.
is what it's important to release and realize that
Yeah.
whatever age you are in, you can do everything. You can start
Yeah.
over one, two,
You can
three,
start
four
over. Absolutely. And
times, whenever, as long as that
as often as you
makes
need
you
to.
happy. And once you're happy,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I have a problem in the building.
Okay.
I have a problem in the building, and there is nothing that I can do with my connection. So sometimes it goes
Oh,
off, and sorry,
it's
guys.
okay. It seems okay
There's
now. It seems
not
okay
much
now.
I can do with that.
Yeah, but you made a really good point there, and you talked about how in Italy, you know, so many women are raised with
And this
the
is the thing, like,
sacrificio.
don't
You've
be
got to make
afraid
sacrifices.
to start
Yeah.
over, to start something new, especially when people tell you, oh, are you crazy at this age? That's when you're
Yeah.
supposed to be doing it more, because
Yes.
if
Yes,
that's what you want,
absolutely.
that's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what we're doing
Is
when we do that? We're actually
it that
breaking
bad?
generational trauma. We're actually breaking generational trauma when we have the courage to be ourselves, because our parents didn't have the courage to be themselves, but we can break that. We can go past that. Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Oh, I can't hear
Yeah.
you.
So,
Yeah. The
teletrasporto.
connection's not
Yeah,
very good. I
no,
think
sorry.
maybe
I hope
Mara,
you're hearing me
we can
okay.
wrap up. Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of coming in and out,
You
but
are?
I love this conversation, Mara. I think we should wrap it up because the technology is not great, but we'll do it better next week. I'm just glad we got started. I always say, you know, start imperfectly. Don't be afraid to suck at first. Just do it. And so I
Yeah.
just feel like, you know,
And I
we're
think,
starting off where we
even if
are.
you have situations you don't feel supported, ah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sweetie. We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you to everyone who joined us.
we'll do
Bacioni.
it,
We'll
buddy.
see you next
Yes.
time. Ciao. Ciao.